Oh, oops. Okay, now it should be better.
This whole time?
Yeah, I thought I pushed this button. Okay. Well, nobody will ever know what I was saying about Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Anything in the intro.
Or the conversation or any of that.
Tight.
I promise I'll get the hang of that. And thank you for mentioning Slimfast.
Yes, for real.
We really need to check this at the beginning of every stream.
I tried to this time. I really did.
Failed.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what we here's what we went over real quick. We talked about inspirations for this campaign. We talked about the filmic career of
all those people that you gave credit to
Francis
for
Ford
using
Coppola.
all their stuff.
We gave credit to many people whose names will be forgotten to time,
including specific Redditors.
We introduced ourselves. We gave a recap of last time, including the tarot reading from Madame Ava. And the party has continued along the Old Svalich Road to a watched. It really cheapens things when you can sort of summarize it like this. And they have just now found a pendant that is cold to the touch, and you rolled a 13 on your history check, to which it was revealed to you through your knowledge of your peripheral knowledge of monastic orders and devotional orders of all kinds that this might be associated with a order like that. Mm-hmm. You can't quite tell if it's like spiritual, martial, whatever. But also that you would know that dragons aren't always seen as malevolent.
Cool.
And it's still very, very cold.
I would definitely relay all that to everyone's. Yeah, not necessarily a religious connotation per se, but
cool.
Well, I suppose we should wrap it in cloth and keep it. No, it might be significant.
Mm-hmm.
It's magical.
Could I do an Arcana check and try to figure out what's going on with the temperature and the magic trace that's on this thing?
Give it a try.
I have +4 to Arcana. I don't know if you can get that.
I do. I have +7. But I'm bad at math. That's a 26.
That's good.
This type of magic would, you believe, based on your research, would usually be able to last for this long, based on the age of the watchtower and the state of it. If the material itself was taken from a source that was enchanted, so it's like a big hunk of cold enchanted metal or steel or whatever this is, you think it's silver.
Alright, not much else from plumbing my knowledge of the arcane, unfortunately. Maybe,
Eric is just stabbing a dagger into the wall.
Let's move on! Maybe someone we're traveling with who's more familiar with this area might know of a devotional or monastic order that to which dragons bear some sort of significance.
Irina says, I thought nobody was going to ask me. My father told me of the Order of the Silver Dragon, and I feel that this might be related. They had as their base of operations a place called Argenvost Holt. And it is said that they followed a dragon.
The base of what?
Operations.
No, where?
Argenvost Holt. They proved to be the last ultimately ineffective line of defense against the devil.
A ancient foe, perhaps.
Ooh. Well, then maybe we're in a friendly stronghold, whether it's still standing or not.
Monto sees that you're like kind of bored and just sort of looks at you and was like,
Yeah, right?
I mean, if you would like to wear this, I mean, you do seem to constantly be running a fever. Maybe it would help.
I mean,
You are really sweaty, even though it's pretty cold outside.
sure.
You don't have to wear it. You wrap it in some
Rowan, let
cheesecloth and put it away.
Rowan,
Sure.
let Rowan take it. I just want to not be in this downstairs room of a watchtower anymore.
Well, we can go up and you
I'll
can
race you
stab the
upstairs.
wall upstairs.
Yeah, let's go upstairs. I'll race you.
Not with this whole body. No, that's not happening.
The stairs are a bit treacherous. The steps are like really narrow. But it's tough to make stone steps, so you got to give them some credit. But this second level, which is kind of higher up than a typical second story, is an icebox. It's like so cold in there. There seem to be windows set on all four walls, and there's a rusted iron ladder that's bolted to the wall leading up to a trap door.
are the windows open?
Well, the windows can't be closed.
So
But
there are
no-
windows.
There are windows. No notable features in this room. If it ever had any furnishings, they've been stripped bare other than one rotting bunk bed.
Does it feel cold like it's drafty and cold, or does it feel cold like unnaturally cold?
Very drafty. I mean,
Okay.
it's October, you're high up
Okay.
in the mountains. The Carpathians.
Well, should we go up and take a look from the top?
Yes, please.
Sure.
All right, the third floor, similarly spare, but there are stands for armor and arms. Nothing on them at all. And from here, over the battlements, you can see to the northwest, the direction which you're heading, a enormous, maybe 100-story or more waterfall with a bridge spanning it.
Cool.
And to the northeast, you can see where you came from, the Sayre Pool. Remember, you had to sort of double back in order to get back on the road. To the south is Mount Gacchus, the highest peak in these lands, and you see only an impenetrable wall of thick, gray, rolling fog. You take in the sights for a moment. Irina says, I don't believe I've ever been this far from home.
Me too.
Me neither, and I think I'm further than you, to be fair.
I suppose that's true. Are you frightened?
No, he's obviously lying.
Well, that's heartening. I am. But I'll be okay.
That's good.
Does there seem to be any kind of, like, can we check the surrounding area for any signs of, like, creatures or movement or habitation or
Wolves.
wolves?
Roll a perception check.
All of us, or just Nick?
All of you can, if you're using the watchtower as qua watchtower.
I can't see over the.
Some watching. Oh damn.
23. I rolled very high.
I rolled Bubkus, so I'm just
21.
I'm just admiring the view.
The two of you see that there are howls, or hear that there are howls off in the distance, but that's kind of a constant feature here. You can also see farther out, in about 3 hours of journeying, so by noon, you will get to eventually another crossroads, and ahead of that, if you continue the road that you're on, there's a big gate, very similar to the one that you went through when you entered Barovia. And then, if you follow the path from the crossroad, it does curve up a hill, but it looks like it goes up to Castle Ravenloft.
So, if we go the other way on the crossroads, would that lead us to Vallaki?
Vallaki would be, you assume, and according to the map, through the gate.
And
I
that
see.
also, and through the gate is that direction. Okay.
Yes, and what you notice, this is the backside of
The water.
the gate. This is the back of...
Jungle Cruise.
It's similar to the gate that you went in to Barovia, except it looks like the backside of it. So this giant
I hope they
statues,
reference that
the
in
80-foot
Jungle
tall
Cruise
statues are...
movie.
Oh, yeah,
you
they
can
do.
sort of see
Did
the
they?
crowns
Yeah,
of
they
their
definitely do.
helmets
100%.
peering over the top, but on the other side.
Right. Well, I didn't see them, but
No, you did. Oh, no, you didn't. I thought you meant now.
yeah.
Yeah, you did see them now. Irina says, looks like another several hours journey. Shall we go on?
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah, shall we, do you think it's worth it to toss the place? See if there's anything of use to be found, or should we just continue on?
You basically, the crates were sort of the only thing that could be hiding something.
Okay.
I mean, you didn't look in the chimney, so you could spend 20 minutes looking
empty
more thoroughly.
battlements up here, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if it seems pretty cleaned out, just head on.
It does.
How out the chimney?
What are you looking for, Santa Claus, motherfucker?
'Tis the season.
Yeah.
Lady Lon offers Monto to go down on the floor and walk around, but Monto refuses.
He just takes a step out
I'm
and then
with
turns around
Monto.
and goes into the sleeve.
Yeah.
I'm with Monto, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you continue down the winding mountain road, and far ahead through the fog you can see these jagged, looming peaks, ominous in there.
When we
their
get
size.
Garfield, instead of rolling for Monto, we should set up little things, and if Garfield does them, then
Yes.
then that's
Put
what
him in
Monto does,
a
and then
little
if
pen,
it's if he goes for we could get
have
a
him
little.
roll a big die.
I mean, there are the stuffed.
What a great way to juice our stats.
Are there stuffed
Twitch,
D20s?
Just a constant
Yeah, there's-
of
uppy
course
cam?
there are
Yeah.
stuffed D20s.
Yeah, there's-
There's got to be stuffed.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
there
100%.
is, yeah.
There's 100%. I'm gonna look. In fact, if there's one for dogs.
There definitely
Well, what do you mean?
is.
Yeah, I meant 4 dogs, yeah.
There's definitely stuffed D20s meant
For people.
specifically
For fucking.
humans.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
For humans to fuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, could be. Probably.
Crit!
The things that
Crit!
this is.
Crit!
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if Bad Dragon makes a D20 flashlight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there is what is
Most
called
likely.
It's called a Fetch Quest Doggy D20.
That's what I'm
It's
talking
a
about.
solid rubber fetch toy.
Oh,
Love
shut
that.
up.
Okay, I guess I gotta order this.
So solid rubber.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
But that's better,
But
actually.
the dog has to let it go if you want it to land on something.
that's true.
That's the hard part.
Well, maybe you could throw it in the pen. That's the number,
It even
and
comes
then
in
he just
different
gets to play with
colors.
it for a bit, and then you take it away.
Pink,
Well,
blue,
then the
purple,
dog
or
doesn't
yellow.
decide.
I guess that's true.
Pink or yellow?
Pink, blue, purple, or yellow.
Oh.
Ooh.
Purple.
What about those little buttons you can
Whatever's the
teach
clearest.
the dogs
Oh,
to
yeah.
talk with?
The most
Yeah.
clear.
Oh. That's a
We
good
we
one.
watched a pig going like, more vegetables, please.
Yeah.
More vegetables,
Yeah.
please.
Oh,
Constantly.
yeah, that was my first
Yeah.
thought. Is the
Roll.
buttons.
And then-
Deception.
Yeah.
Roll. Deception.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
Attack!
The pig, when the pig was not given its vegetables, it went into another room and then like head-butted the door closed, and then the person went in and was like, "Why are you mad at me?" And the pig just like closed the door again.
All right, we're going with purple.
Okay.
Amazing.
It's getting colder as you start to descend into a thick canopied forest, blocking out a lot of the already pretty dim light of the sky. And you start to walk along the road under this cover of trees. Here, the road is narrower, but not because of a cliffside, rather because of its edges passing above this steep ravine slope. And it sort of winds around this mountain spur. The only sound that you can hear following you is crunching of leaves as you walk, Monto snorting occasionally, and some underbrush rustling. Rowan and Father Esquivel, as your footsteps squelch into the old, muddy, rutted road, you both, you're conversing with one another. What would you guys be talking about?
I think I would be sort of attempting to politely plumb the depths of why exactly, their specific, what the origins of their specific grievance with the Catholic Church, of whom I'm ostensibly a member.
Light stuff.
Yeah.
Just, find points on dogmatic debates. It's really what it comes down to. It's transubstantiation. That's why I can't get behind the Catholic Church. No, I'm kidding. Hey, Father, you don't
Listen, we don't have to
go
get
for
we don't
light
have to
conversational
get into it.
topics.
Not one for small talk, huh?
Well, I mean, why does anyone lose trust in systems of authorities? Because they had trust placed in them, and they were
Corruption,
let down, and
abuse of paternalistic oversight of the populace,
to name a few.
hypocrisy, materialism, variety of.
Oh yeah, could be a number of grievances anyone could have. And I imagine I'm no different from the rest of them, really.
Yeah, I mean, just like there are bad people all over the place, there are bad priests too. So, I don't take it as a personal offense. I just.
Oh, I really don't care if you do.
I guess I deserve that.
Well, I mean, no offense, but I don't know you horribly well. you've
Well,
been helpful in situations, sure.
I thought, putting myself sort of front and center for a couple of life or death encounter situations, and then, healing people with abilities I don't yet understand and did not ask for, was sort of might have bought me a little bit of goodwill, but I accept that that's probably not enough to even the scales of your problems with organized religion.
Father, this is the goodwill.
As you
So,
start
want to
to
go for some pies? I just
Whoa! You can't say that, man. You can't just say that.
you both start to kind of look up, having reached a awkward point in the conversation, and both of you catch a flicker of movement in the underwood. It's just like a flash of gray fur, sharp teeth, amber eyes, and then as soon as it appeared, it vanishes back into the shadows.
We're being followed.
It seemed like it was aware of us.
Hard to say.
Well, I imagine that they must be used to people using this road, people traveling. Maybe if we stick to the road and don't seem threatening, we can continue without creating a dangerous situation.
That's really encouraging. Let's go.
As the road curves around the edge of the mountain, the right-hand cliff falls away, and now you see just a sheer drop to a wooded ravine below you, and the road is no more than 10 feet wide, and it bends up ahead, kind of doubling back around this ravine before plunging and then going back around a mountain, so it's sort of an S shape. Again, the two of you see two gray-furred shadows dart through the underbrush ahead. Two more flicker just at the edge of your vision, just behind you.
I'm gonna send Morgan up into the treetops to try to get a count of how many of these wolves, I'm guessing, there are and roughly where they are.
Roll a perception check for Morrigan.
Where's my cat stats?
I'm gonna go into my pack and get out my 50 feet of rope and be like, I'm going to tie this to myself, and whoever else wants to be tied together, I think they might try to ambush us here because we are trapped.
I'm just gonna look to Lady Line.
Morgan
'Cause I'm gonna do what
gets
she
an
does.
18 for
It's a big
perception.
cliff.
You notice a fifth wolf lurking in the ravine 50 feet below, keeping pace with you and sort of clinging to the shadow of the crags.
Okay.
Does anyone take up Father Esquivel?
I'm not tying
His offer?
myself to a priest.
Yeah, no, I don't think any.
Father Esquivel, do you tie yourself to anything?
I guess not.
KNOT?
A tree.
Hey.
Just as you're sort of looking around, wondering why nobody wants to take you up on this great idea,
I'm like sniffing myself, like, is it me? Or
you see this glint of teeth jump out of the woods at you. And everyone should be
Oh
rolling.
boy.
Oh, jeez.
Do I have to roll
Combat
for
thing.
Monto as well?
Great.
Not unless you want Monto to act in combat.
He will only.
I
My
literally
guess
don't
is
know
that
what
he's
this is.
only going to ever do reactionary things
This
unless
must
I
be a
explicitly
20
send him out.
because it has no number on
You know, if somebody gets too close to him, he'll bite them.
What is
Right.
the symbol?
But he's not
I
going to like
can't
actively
tell.
attack, really.
But I think it's supposed to be the Grim
What's on the
Reaper
opposite
symbol.
side of it?
Look at this.
Yeah, what's on the exact opposite side of the gun?
What do you mean? What's this?
What this is.
Well,
That's
better.
how you can always tell.
Well, better question. You can actually identify it by the numbers that are surrounding it,
True.
right?
Like, what number is this?
Yeah. I mean, if you have.
Yeah,
all those
I don't
memorized,
believe it's a number. I think it's
I
the
just
20,
remember
Yeah.
which is the only thing that isn't a
Is it a
number.
number? Yeah, then that makes sense.
Yeah, the opposite is 1.
Yeah, so it's the 20.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, it's the Grim Reaper.
Nice. I have seen those like
17.
custom sets where like you can't tell which one is the 1 and
To
which
be
one
fair-
is the 20.
Look at this.
17 for Lady Lon.
17 for Lady Lon. Wait, Eric has a 20. Or no, 20, 20 what?
26.
26.
Whoa!
Damn.
Eric's excited. He's ready.
I'm 16.
Dirty
Can't
20.
find the thing.
Wow.
Look opposite
Oh,
from the
Some
1.
high rolls.
See
Oh,
why
yeah,
I was
yeah,
confused?
Well, it doesn't stand out
It's-
from like
right.
the geegery background
It's
enough
it's
to be
supposed
a
to
figure.
be a guy in a big cloak, I believe.
You see what I mean? Now it doesn't
Oh, yeah.
stand out.
No, that's why I could. Yeah.
Yeah, the wash got out of control. Need some dry brushing on that little dude.
16
Well,
for
now
Father
I know if
Esquivel,
I
you said?
can't tell what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Pure
And then
metal.
for
I got
Irina,
metal dye, and that's all I can do now.
we've got it.
Can't live with
Okay,
this.
so
This bullshit is like. I'll throw it.
the wolves didn't roll great, but they are determined. So,
Oh God. That means I have to do something.
and I think your marching order is Lady Lon up ahead, followed by Rowan, right? Then Eric and Father Esquivel,
Yeah, I
And
wouldn't be totally in the back.
Irina.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'd know not to like let the kid in
Yeah.
the back by themselves.
Not gonna be exposed.
I've seen Quiet Place. I know how that ends.
Well, gonna do a good old fashioned. Look at this.
Next
wolf.
is Rowan, by the way.
Oh, so look at this wolf right here,
Closest wolf.
and go no, and give it a psychic stab.
Okay.
So intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
$14.
It. Let me double check. This is close.
Oh.
Miss. Just barely.
Shit. Hold on. I think I can try do that again. Give me one.
Wait, no. It missed its saving throw. Sorry.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Failed.
Yes. Fail.
Okay. So D10 psychic damage.
Okay. Roll that shit up.
Five.
Okay. Next up, or do you have any other actions? Anything else to do?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Next up, we have Rowan.
Tight. So what I am going to do is, I'm going to, let's do the same wolf that, Eric just hit.
Okay.
I'm going to cast, Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Using my star map. So I'm gonna get out my little, like, kind of sort of like a hagstone looking thing, but if you like hold it up to the sky, there's like constellation marks in it. I sort of get that out, and it like starts to glow.
Mm-hmm.
My guiding bolt, which I roll a 21 to hit.
Okay,
Ooh.
that's a hit.
Which pocket is my D4 pocket? D6.
Wow, you got a D4 pocket?
I have D6 pocket. I'm not that fancy. Oh god, it's garbage. 2, 5, 11 total.
Okay. This wolf is pummeled with these starry bolts, and it's
Love
wiped
it.
off the map,
Oh, God.
blown away. Wolves not very, not a ton of fortitude. Lady Lon is next. If you're done,
Yes, I'm done.
How far is the closest wolf to me? Which I assume is the one
20 feet.
20
They close the distance quickly.
Cool map.
So
It's true.
I'm actually going to stay where I am to kind of protect everybody else, but I'm going to use my dart
Okay.
to attack the wolf that is 20 feet away, which I believe is oh boy, that is 14.
That's a hit.
Oh,
Hey.
yes. And then, okay, cool. That is one. Wait, where did I put my? Oh, hold on. I don't have my damage. Oh wait, 1d4 plus 3. Four.
Okay. Rolled a 1.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Okay. So, you shoot your dart out, and are you like holding onto the rope thingy? Or do you pull it back?
I pull it back.
Okay, so you lacerate the belly of this wolf, and it does look like it's done some damage, but it is still alive.
With my, as a bonus action, can I just kind of like prepare, like, then kind of like move to like hold my claws out so that if it kind of jumps into me, it
No, because you only have one attack, so you can't prepare an attack.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm done.
Okay. Father Esquivel, and then it's Irina.
Do I have enough movement to get like in between those two wolves to the south, north? I don't know.
Yes. Yeah, you do. You
Yeah.
can get between them.
So I'm gonna do that, and as I do that, I look at Rowan and I'm like, see, I'm doing a good thing, and
As a man of God.
put myself in between them, and in an attempt to draw their fire, but also I'm going to cast Word of Radiance,
Okay.
which is a cantrip, and it is a Constitution save.
Okay. Con save
On
for the
both
wolf.
of these motherfuckers?
Yep,
Cool.
it's like a emanation.
Your godliness just...
What's the DC?
DC is 14.
Like my
One
overdrive.
saves, one does not.
So they take 1d6 radiant damage. It takes 4 radiant damage.
Including the one who's... Does the one who
Nothing
saved take...
happens
Okay.
to the one who saved.
4 radiant damage, okay.
It's similar to it has the same sort of it's just like a brief blast of like holy light
Okay, so it's like an AoE...
around me. It's like
what's that one called? The one you
Spirit
always
Guardians?
do. No, the one you always do.
Moonbeam.
No, the one that's not an AoE.
Sacred Flame.
Yeah.
Sacred Flame. Yeah.
Except that one is specifically flavored like fire, and this
Yes.
one is specifically flavored like light.
Okay, so yeah, you shoot out this blinding light, and for a minute, the entire forest canopy under the trees is illuminated, and you see a lot more of the kind of like the bugs and small critters like crawl into their tree homes. And the one wolf looks very rough that has been damaged twice at this point. Anything else?
This one.
No. I'm going to save resources.
Okay, Irina runs up to this wolf here in an attempt to defend Eric and says, "Get back!" and attacks him with her rapier, doing 6 damage on
Hell
a hit.
yeah.
And
Love
also
Irina.
slows
Very helpful.
slows its advance toward you. Next up, we've got the wolves. So both of them are attacking Father Esquivel here in an attempt to overpower and maul you. Can you remind me of your armor class? 16. And because of pack tactics, they have advantage.
Ooh, really?
You are surrounded.
And only one of them manages to get a hit,
Nice.
Nice.
dealing 2d4 plus 2 damage. Actually, sorry, it's 1d8 plus 2. So 9 damage,
Oh, boy.
and you are pushed 5 feet toward the cliff.
Oh.
Oh.
And looking over your shoulder, Rowan, you can see the wolf below, sort of snarling and hungrily looking up at the 5 of you.
All right, that guy.
Eric, you're next, then Rowan.
Okay. Eric is gonna
This guy.
go ahead and look at this guy here. Point his hand towards him, and a beam of purple light shoots out from his brain through his arm into his hand.
Yikes.
Out, and do a psionic bolt.
This one here,
this
right?
is a ranged power attack.
Okay.
Yes. It's 14.
That's a hit.
Okay.
It's wolves. Not strong enough to deal with you. My wolves are too strong, traveler.
6.
Okay.
I know that
So
because
hard to
it's.
look at these dice.
I mean, it is when it's the crit.
So
I mean, these ones are also like
The rest of them I can see.
the purple beam lands right at the wolf's temple, and for a moment it stands intact, and then its head just swings violently 90 degrees on its neck the wrong way, and it falls over dead.
Eric tries to play it cool, but also starts to cry.
Oh, your little stuffed wolves.
Rowan is next, then Lady Lon.
So I think the wolf that the wolf that Irina is fighting. I think that was
Yep.
yeah. I'm just gonna hit that with a starry wisp.
And you can do that not in starry form,
Yes,
right?
I can. The difference is when I'm in starry form, it's a bonus action,
Got it. Okay.
which is super cool, but is not what's happening right now. Oh boy, does an 8 hit?
It doesn't.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
Then I'm I'd like to move a little closer to Irina.
Okay. You
Sort
can
of
get
like.
all the way there.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Tight.
Okay.
And then that is my turn.
Okay, Lady Lon.
Actually, I'm gonna cast Shillelagh on
okay.
my staff. Then that's my turn.
Yeah, so your staff grows like bulbous and all gnarled and stuff.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
What's the deal with the wolf that looks like it's in the spider's web?
It's down in the ravine
It's down in the
below.
ravine. Okay.
Which is about 50 feet down.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to worry about that right now. So Lady Lon is going to sort of charge at the one right next to Father Esquivel
Okay.
and attack with her claws.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, so you're charging and sort of diving at the wolf,
Yeah.
like Wolverine.
man, I just keep rolling 9s. So that is a 13.
I think 13 hits. Let me double check. 13 is a hit.
Woo! Okay, so that is two-handed. So that is 1d10. So that is 5 damage.
Okay.
But she's going to not withdraw her claws.
Okay, so are you
Kind of grappling a little bit.
grappling a little bit? Okay.
Is that possible?
No.
Okay, then fine, I won't.
You can grapple instead of one of your actions if you get 2 attacks. But, okay,
Fine.
6
so
damage.
I withdraw my claws.
So you
No,
dig
five
the
damage.
claws... 5 damage. Right. 5 damage. Yeah, you dig the claws into both sides of the wolf's fur, and it comes off in clumps on your claws as you pull them out. Father Esquivel.
Okay, definitely moving away from the edge. Kind of next to Lady Lon, kind of where I was before. And I'm gonna Sacred Flame so I can heal myself with a bonus action.
Okay.
So that's a dex save of 14. This like white, brilliant flame sort of like sweeps down as I like at the wolf.
And the wolf manages to just hop out of the way.
Figured they were pretty dexterous.
They're very dexterous creatures, these wolves. That's their one strong suit.
So I'm going to Healing Word myself, and Healing Word I believe is 2d4 plus
Plus 2?
wisdom.
Plus wisdom, yeah, that's right.
Just double checking. Yep. So that is a 3. That is another 3. So 10.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot of healing.
Yeah, you immediately see like color come back into his face.
I thought you were going to say his jowls shoot up.
So
His jowls shoot up. He has like really, really accentuated cheekbones.
Like
Really like
Botox.
Botox.
His lips plump up.
Just fillers all over the place.
so for her part, Irina once again takes a jump back and then stabs forward with her rapier at the wolf in front of her, and she manages to stick it dead between its eyes. And with that, the wolf next to you guys manages to withdraw and run away into the woods.
Here it goes. Ha ha!
And that is a successful combat encounter. Nicely done. That's right. All of that. Okay, so it's once again quiet on the road as the wolf retreats backward.
What about this wolf under there? Is he still following us?
He is looking up, but he sort of slinks back.
Okay.
And as you start to... Lady Lon, your passive perception is 10, right?
Yes, correct.
So, again, Rowan and Father Esquivel, you see atop a ridge on the eastern mountain crag, on the opposite side of the ravine, you see two wolves, which are clearly larger than the others, watching you from that distance.
Like, Rowan kind of turns to Father Esquivel. It's like, I'm getting the feeling this is going to be a thing.
I suppose we should keep watch when we're sleeping on the road. Or maybe there's a building.
Well, do you need to do anything, or do you sort of continue on the road? Irina says, probably best not to linger in one place for too long.
I think you're right.
I want to do like a cursory check, not taking up any time, but just like, are these, because we know that Strahd has some command over the beasts of the land. Do these distinguish them? Are these distinguished in any way from like wolves I might have encountered?
The corpses?
Yeah.
Roll a investigation check.
I have proficiency. So 12.
You don't see any sign that these wolves are out of the ordinary.
One thing I haven't figured out, and I was just thinking, is that where Monto goes during combat, and I was just envisioning that Monto's like in the sleep the whole time, being like flung around.
Crawls like in further in.
Probably is. Probably
Maybe
is.
sticking out here.
Whenever you miss a hit, it's because Monto was like wriggling around in your sleeve and you got kind of like ticklish.
Yeah, most likely. Well, you continue then to follow the dirt road as it clings to the side of the mountain, and eventually, after another half hour or so of walking, you reach that span of waterfall that you saw before. And the road here turns to a bridge. It is above this rushing mass of water into, it eventually empties out into a pool where you spent the previous night, which you can now see from your vantage point. The bridge is almost 1,000 feet long, it looks like. And it's clearly ancient, mold-encrusted stone. The side that you're at least, although it looks like this is true of the opposite side as well, has these gargoyles cloaked in black moss that are perched on the corners. Their faces are really weather-worn, almost featureless at this point, but their round eyes still kind of seem to peer out. The stone looks slick and wet from the spray of water. And on the mountainous side of the bridge, this waterfall is rushing down just 1,000 feet or more. And in the middle of the bridge, there is a lone figure standing. Its hands are resting at the pommel of a sword that it kind of leans on, and the sword is planted firmly in the ground and comes up to about hip height.
The sword?
The sword.
Okay.
The creature is actually looks tall, over 6 feet tall. I mean, let me be clear from here. It could totally be another human. You just can't tell.
Yeah.
Let me be clear. Could be a human.
Shall we introduce ourselves and hope for the best?
Some armored person
Yes,
set up to extort us.
I'll happily stand behind you if you want to.
I guess Lady Lon just kind of marches forward and is like, "We wish to pass."
The figure turns its head up, and you can now see from 200 from speaking distance, about 200 feet away, that it is very reminiscent of the ones that you first saw attacking the village of Barovia. Its face missing flesh, bones exposed in some places, sunken and hollow, and it moves with a almost inhuman kind of creakiness. And it says, as soon as it hears your voice, "Old things are stirring in Castle Ravenloft. It roams the valley. Tell me, do you serve him?"
Your master has given us permission to walk these lands.
What master is that?
Strahd.
No! I would never serve the beast Strahd.
Then who do you serve?
You were first asked.
I serve no one. Only myself.
Approach, so that I may get a closer look at you.
Lady Lon sort of walks confidently up.
And it, you notice that the sword hands, which were getting ready to lift it before, seem a little more at ease. And as you get closer, you see that, yes, this does indeed seem, by every experience you've had before the last 6 days or so, to be a corpse. Now obviously animated. And it reaches out a hand for yours. It takes your hand and bends on one knee to kiss it and says, "I am Sir Elsinore, the Order of the Silver Dragon. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, my lady."
I am Lady Lon. The pleasure is mine.
"What brings you to this land? You do not appear to be native."
Where are you really from?
Problematic.
Yeah.
Boy.
Ohio, come on.
Barovia, obviously. My home is very far from here, but I have renounced it.
Well, I am sorry for the state of this place.
I assume everybody was kind of holding
Can we
back
hear
a little
this?
bit. So I kind of,
Do you approach?
Yeah.
I kind of indicate to
I am.
people that they...
I am sort of like pocketing the spell Sanctuary.
Once seeing the kiss, I think okay to get a little closer.
Yeah. I mean, he seems very polite. So he says, I am sorry for my guarded introduction, but I must be ever wary.
We have come across and fought the armies of Strahd. I can understand why you would be wary.
He is far too prevalent in these lands, but so has been the way for years and years, since before I can remember. Indeed, I have long forgotten my name in life.
Since you brought it up, I was curious how you seem to be aware of the fact that you're in form pretty substantially different. How did you come to be this way?
We were assaulted by the beast. None of us survived.
And yet you stand.
Well, things here are, I suppose, enchanted in some way. I have sworn an oath, and I will keep it, though it has in recent days been altered.
So the silver dragon, eh? Much like
We did find I don't know, perhaps you can tell us something about this. We found an amulet in a watchtower that bore markings of your order.
Do you point out the one that he's wearing?
Oh, Rowan has it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Rowan has it on, yeah.
Yeah. I take it out of my pocket and unwrap it.
Oh, you mean we can see that he is wearing the same.
No, the one that Rowan, the one
No,
that...
Rowan has it. I never.
Oh,
took it.
I thought
Yeah.
that Eric put it
I
on.
never took it.
Okay.
I was offered it, but
Yeah. I put it in my pocket.
This is indeed our symbol. If you oppose the beast Strahd, seek Argynvost to the west. There, Sir Godfrey Gwillem awaits those who would raise their weapons against the darkness.
Well, it certainly sounds like a place we'd like to go. At least by my estimation. I don't know what you all are thinking.
You said your oath
I know
had
we're-
changed?
we're going west.
We were invited to storm Strahd's castle, but forbidden to do so by our leader. And so now I am at a precipice. Quite literally. I couldn't get out of my mind Carmine Jr. saying to Tony, Tone, you're standing at the precipice of an enormous crossroads. One of my favorite Sopranos lines.
can I ask, was your leader compromised in some way?
It is not for me to say.
All right.
But Sir Godfrey is not him. He is one of my brothers. But now this is my duty to stand and guard this bridge, watching the dark places of this land and waiting further orders.
You're doing a great job.
Who is your leader?
Sir Vladimir Horngard.
All of us pause to write it down.
H-O.
It's okay, Nick and I won't be able to read our handwriting next
Yeah.
time anyway, so.
Should why? Is there anything we should get you while we're here, or we can like some? Nope. I don't suppose there
Anything you
would
can
be.
get
I don't,
us?
I don't think there's anything we could get you.
I'm all set.
I did want to ask, you know, I know precious little about your order, but it seems like there, you know, was a time when you had power and exerted some influence in these lands. Do you know of any way? We're trying to leave. We want to get back to our homes. Do you know anything about getting out of Barovia? We've been told it's quite impossible.
The only one that I think can control your fate is the Devil Strahd.
Kind of what I thought, but I was hoping I was wrong.
Fucking knew it.
Stand ye against him. This is your only chance.
Right, just have to kill the devil. Got it.
It's not as hard as it sounds.
No, and you know, it's not your fault at all, Sir Elsinore. You've been incredibly helpful. And I wish there was something we can do for you, but in this state of undeath, I imagine that you want precious few things.
I seek only a more forward order from my superior.
Should we bring a message?
I do not send orders.
This goody two-shoes.
Where would we find Sir Vladimir?
Seek Argenvostholt west, beyond the walled town, then south upon the ash-gray path.
South beyond.
The ash gray path.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I had ash grape.
I wrote that too.
That's better than me. I wrote ash gray bath, and then I was like, that can't be right. It can't be bath.
Likely not.
We probably shouldn't talk about this right in front of the man.
That's why I do accents.
Let's
This
parse
is
his
not my
words
character
after
talking.
this.
And if it was, this would be what it sounded like.
Yeah, but if we got it wrong, then we couldn't run it by him. We did it after.
It just seems to have a little difficulty with.
That's fair. I mean,
No
who could?
tongue. Yeah.
Who could blame him for not getting his
Doesn't
pronunciation?
have any lips. You know, he's doing pretty good for a man with no lips.
Yeah, honestly, I think he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I have
Have some
time
extra
to
filler.
practice.
You're doing very well. Very, very well.
Listen before you depart. Beware those who wear the skin of wolves, who haunt the forests to the west. Once they did not trouble those who traveled the roads, but something has changed, and now their hunger for flesh cannot be sated.
I think we may have seen some of those on the road.
So
More than seen.
you're saying that
Might
if we
be
were
worse to the west.
backed into a corner and we had to hurt some wolves, maybe they weren't even wolves, maybe they were mean and evil people, and we shouldn't feel bad.
You feel better about that?
Wolves are the wolves are a nuisance. The ones who use their flesh and skin are something worse.
We'll know when we.
I fear you may.
I prefer not to think about it too deeply.
It's still fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for your guidance.
Thank you for listening.
We take our leave of you,
This seems
Sir
very...
Elsinore.
Hey. This seems very boring. Take this. I give him one of my 2 stuffed wolves.
I was honestly going to ask. This will be a great help. And he is like... pats it. And he lifts it up to you and sort of waves its arm. Goodbye.
It's a bit much carrying them both.
That's a good thing you did. You know, he's happy. He can't smile, but you can still tell.
He continues to face the same way, although he does turn his head all the way around to smile goodbye to you.
All the lovely unsettling friends we're making.
Hey, is this a good break time?
Yes. I was going to say, let us
I only said because you forgot.
let us take a quick break,
I love it, yeah.
and we will be back.
The castle.
Yeah.
Okay. Opa. We're back. Thank you for indulging our break time. Everyone needs a break sometimes.
Everybody pees.
Everybody pees. Even people just playing D&D, we pee too.
They pee now?
They have pee now? In fact, we pee more than anybody else, maybe.
Us specifically?
Yep. That's right.
Feels like it.
I definitely do.
I mean, I feel like that. It's true for me.
Do you guys want me to stop waiting outside the bathroom while you pee and then cheering when you come out? It's a new record!
Please.
See, at least a couple times a night.
So,
Cheers.
catching up. You'd begun your journey from the Vistani encampment and were waylaid by some wolves, and not too long after that were encountered by, at the large bridge spanning the Sayre Falls, a revenant of some sort of the Order of the Silver Dragon, whose pendant you had found earlier that day, apparently, in a watchtower along the Old Svalich Road. and he told you that you might find others who are interested in opposing Lord Strahd if you approached Argynvost Holt, somewhere to the west. But for now, you have a shorter journey ahead of you as you descend down the path from the waterfall. You have to get to the town of Vallaki, still a little over a day's journey away. It's getting to be late afternoon at this point, so sometime soon you might begin to think about a night of rest. But before then, you continue down the winding road, and looking down the path to your right, you see a treacherous but narrow set of steps down to the lower portion of the pool below the waterfall, where you can still hear the rushing sound. And it looks like there's someone fishing down there. I'll be transparent with you. This is a fishing side quest, if you want it. Nothing critical will happen down there, but and maybe nothing interesting.
You did invest time into preparing for this.
It's just a possibility.
Like a fishing, like
Mini
you,
game?
like yeah,
It's
like
a fishing
mini
mini
game.
game down there.
Can if we catch like the biggest fish, are we going to like win a prize?
You might get some lawn milk or something.
You're asking a bit too much. He's already given us too much.
I'm just.
Is this the pile of treasure beyond our dreams?
Let's not push it.
I don't think so. I think this is a guy fishing that you can choose to join for some lighthearted, and maybe you need some food.
If he's fishing
Honestly,
for pies,
yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
there are
if we
eels
catch-
in there.
If we catch
make
a
pie
fish,
out of that.
yeah, we'd be any fish or eels we catch would be a step closer to a fish or an eel pie.
And who is going to make this pie?
yeah.
Probably someone in Vallaki, whom we've yet to meet.
Well,
Can
if we're a full day away anyway, is this us discussing it as a group?
yeah, I think so.
If we're a full day away anyway, we're going to have to make camp out in the wilderness. We might as well have something to eat.
How long can it take to catch a fish?
Oh,
Right?
5 minutes, I'm sure.
So you head down the steep path, making sure to mind your footing. Monto is particularly intimidated by the height of the cliffs, but it doesn't take long. And after all, the fishermen down at the bottom of the cliff managed to make it somehow. Irina is saying, seems like a bit of a distraction, but
Irina doesn't get any fish.
and down at the bottom, you spot a man in a flaxen cap.
Oh, it'd be so good if he attacked us and killed
I
us
was
all.
just thinking if he was like, surprise, I'm a werewolf.
He has.
It's actually Strahd fishing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fun.
he's got some light kind of straw-colored overalls on, and
What kind of fishing are we
That
talking
sounds
here?
friendly
Mutton.
as hell.
Fly fishing.
mutton chops. No,
Stick
no,
in a rope
stick in a rope. Stick in a rope and some bait.
or string.
And he
This
says,
is the first fishing I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, it's possible. So you're just seeing a guy holding a stick over some water.
Yeah.
And he turns around and he says, well, come on down here. Help me out with some fishing.
Oh, yeah, finally. These guys.
I've got plenty of poles, and I can certainly use the company. So, what do you say?
Yeah.
Well, we're hungry.
Yeah.
The name's Abram.
Fooling me up.
I'll sign you up right down here. Please grab a pole and I'll teach you. And he sort of comes up to you and says, "Here, just hold it like this.
Oh, thank you.
Twirl it around your head."
Was this from the book?
No. And cast it out in the water. And all right, everybody, roll a survival check.
Oh boy.
He starts to tell you, "Oh, you know what?
Oh shit.
One time when I was fishing out here, I caught the real monster of a fish."
Wow. I just rolled a 1.
19.
How big was it?
Which seems
It was
right.
Appropriate.
Yeah.
Read that.
it was substantial.
19?
Oh, you paint quite the picture with your words.
How big would you like? This big or?
I've never sought to measure it that way. It's in my mind's eye. I could see it right up there.
He always wrote about it in letters.
The only guy in the world that's never done that.
So you got a 19?
Yes.
Okay, roll a d4.
2.
You catch a beautiful perch. About 4 pounds. Wow! Look at that thing. You could put that in a lovely little hand pie. Maybe 2 hands pie.
I get very excited.
You get tangled up in the string. No, not you. Lady Lund.
And then I use my claws and I'm like,
Yeah. Okay, I didn't need that one anyway.
22.
Okay, roll a
Yeah.
d4.
4. Dorian.
Okay, roll a d12.
That's cocked. 12. I'm not even.
I can attest.
Roll a strength save.
A saving throw.
Yeah, that's right.
Just don't get pulled in.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so 8 on the die, so 7.
Is it possible for me to use psionic telekinesis invisible force to try to help move that fish closer?
You might get a reaction, but I really did not. There was really only one. Let's see. It's
You
one,
did roll crazy.
1 out of. So it's a 25% times a 1 is times an 8% chance that this would happen. So very small, but
What?
This is an encounter?
Is that a shark? Oh my fucking god. Holy shit.
I loved 5 minutes ago when you were like, hey, yeah, it's a fishing site. It's not a big deal.
I was picturing the Final Fantasy 15, like, I'm bored, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
so wait, no, not
Animal
only that, because you
Crossing.
needed to roll over a 15 on the fishing check, then
Yes.
a 4 and only a 4, and then a 12 and only a 12.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That's much lower chances than you were saying.
No, well, it's like 28% of 25% of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's.
Yeah.
Am I going to die?
Okay, let's find out.
Oh no!
Okay.
The old man running away. What have you done?
I suppose we'll.
Now Lady Lana's like, oh, this is interesting.
What's Monto
But isn't
doing?
it in the water?
Yeah, so you'll get pulled into... I didn't prepare a battle map for this water.
But you had a shark.
I had a shark for other reasons.
Wait.
I got like a polymorph set.
Oh, right.
So I have this shark.
Holy fuck.
That makes sense.
Okay. You know, you
What have I
might...
done?
You were so stoked on rolling so good.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna get some like giant, special.
Yeah.
thing.
You might not die here.
I thought you were going to pull up a pot of gold.
I don't know how underwater combat works, really. Let's look that up.
Oh, that's terrible for me. That's real bad.
You don't have a swimming speed, so you have disadvantage on all rolls.
Cool.
Okay.
So you're going to
Would you
die, and we're going to shoot at him from afar.
You'd like to do a reaction?
I know how to perform funerals.
I mean, what I was saying was not a reaction.
This is truly unprecedented. No, it's not a reaction. Okay, so you get pulled into the water.
My ability does not count because this is a thing over 5 pounds.
Okay, so you all see Father Esquivel get launched into the air. You let go of the pole, and now you're in the water, and I guess rolling initiative.
Are we all rolling initiative?
If you
I would think
want
so.
I want
to,
to help.
I would like to.
the fisherman says,
Jesus.
I think that's the fish
And
that
of course, it's the lowest initiative I've ever rolled.
21.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I don't understand.
This is insane. Well,
I don't
this is
understand it
truly,
Fucking Apple AI.
truly insane. Okay, wait, what do you guys got?
9.
21.
Okay. Irina says, I never liked the water. Okay, Father Esquivel.
I got a 6.
That's
not
going to be
good.
lower than this 14. 9 for
Boy.
Eric. And Rowan.
13.
Wow.
I really did not think that I was going to be the one to...
It's really good.
Lady Lon.
Perfect.
21.
Okay, well, hey, that's not bad. Okay.
I forget. Can you take a reaction before you take your first turn?
You can't take a reaction before you take your first turn.
Okay.
No, you can.
Oh, right
You can.
on.
I would think you
As long as it's not a surprise round.
Tight. I've heard it adjudicated different ways, but I don't know what the actual
I would fight them.
is.
Okay.
Is the water pretty clear, or is it...
Great question.
No, it's the bottom of a waterfall.
Oh,
Not
fuck.
clear at all.
Wait, so how many meters? Okay, well, anyway.
Okay.
It's my turn, right?
Yes.
So how far away is Father Esquivel from me
beautiful
in the water?
that I got.
Okay, let's get some shark fight music.
Holy shit. You're just holding these fish.
So,
Oh my god.
Father Esquivel, you are somehow, unbelievably, in the water with this shark.
Is this I just want to clarify. Is this one of those famous inland sharks?
I don't know how it's here, okay? There's some... Why are you questioning this?
Fair enough.
Okay. Lady Lon, you're up first.
Lady
It's
Lon
not
did
the
not
most
expect to
unnatural
have to
thing we've
use one of
seen.
her rage charges, but she's going to rage.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
This seems like a situation where strength checks. And so, Lady Lon, how many feet is Father Esquivel away from Lady Lon?
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Father Esquivel is about 30 feet from you.
Okay, so I am going to actually be like, grab on, and I'm going to throw my dart with the rope at Father Esquivel. So, to try to get it close to him so he can grab on
Stabs
and
him
then
in the heart.
pull him back.
Okay, so you... So
Let's see what I...
you're trying to... You're just sort of tossing it out to him.
Yeah, I was going to try to, lasso him, but I think that's unlikely. So I think I'll just try to, throw it so that he can grab
You could stick it in the shark.
Might as well.
I thought of sticking it into the shark, but
He could still grab it.
that seems like, I mean, that might be more fun, I guess, to try to like.
He might not be as fast as the shark,
Oh,
you know?
I guess if I try to pull him away, will there be like an attack of opportunity?
If you pull the shark away?
No, if I try to pull Father Esquivel away.
Well, you want to stick it into Father Esquivel?
Well, no, I was trying to throw it to him so that I can pull him back.
Well, that's up to him.
If you throw it just into the water, it's likely that the shark will attack him before he
because
gets
he won't,
to
because
it.
I have to wait for his turn.
Yeah.
I can't believe I had this shark.
Okay, fine.
I can't believe this happened.
Then I
You
will-
might
then I
as
will-
well
yeah.
try to
All
get
right,
the
then I will
shark,
try to-
and
I really
he'll
can't
have the
believe this
same
happened.
chance
Yeah.
to grab on.
Then I will try to. I'm gonna try.
And if you miss, it'll have the
I'm
same
gonna try to
result.
like stick it in the shark,
Okay.
but I don't know.
And leave it there.
Yeah, and leave it
Okay.
there. That is my dart. So that is a 22.
That's a hit. So you thunk it into the shark, dealing. I think we should change that to a 1d6 because 1d4 is too low for that.
For the dart?
For a typical ranged weapon.
Yeah, it's like a,
Well, it's
Dagger.
1d4 plus 3. Yeah.
but that's like
Yeah.
a dagger.
Yeah.
It should be.
Should be like a bow
Like
or
a
like a
spear.
crossbow.
I mean, that is
or
the
something.
official.
Yeah.
Dart is actually the. It's like that's the.
Okay.
Actual
Oh yeah. I
D&D
guess.
stat.
Yeah. You should use that then because you do have unlimited ammo with it too.
Yeah.
Okay. So 1d4 plus 3.
Uh, 7.
Okay. Cool. So you.
And I'm also like holding on to it, right?
Yeah, so you thunk it into the shark, it stays there, you don't pull it back, and it's sort of stuck in its body. You've yelled, grab on to Father Esquivel. Now is the shark's turn.
Yes, I
and
still did. Yeah, I still did yell grab on because technically I can pull it out.
Oh yeah.
So the shark uses its... Well, it uses a bite attack.
You don't say.
That is a hit for sure.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Good thing you Botoxed yourself.
2 1s. So 6 damage.
On
I'm down. No, I'm
I was gonna say if it's not too late, actually I want to silvery barbs the shark
Okay.
on the hit. Attack.
What is that? What is silvery barbs?
So he has to re-roll
Changes
the,
the
attack
attack roll.
and take whichever roll is lowest.
Okay.
That's the reaction before the.
That was a natural 20, so...
So
Still
the
a
lower
hit.
hits.
Yes.
Still hit.
Well,
So, yeah, 6 damage.
at least I have one less
Worth
spell
doing.
slot.
Worth doing.
Okay.
Worth a try. For sure.
don't worry about a little bit of damage because I'm still gonna.
So the shark tried to grab you with its jaws and pull you farther underwater, but it hasn't been able to. It also tries to swim away to get away from the dart, but it's still stuck in there. Rowan, you're up.
Okay. I'm trying. So it looks like when I read the description for Find Familiar, it seems like it takes a longer time to cast, but here it says that Find Familiar is just one action in like combat economy.
Yes. You
Okay.
can do that with one action. Are you going to put your cat in the water?
No, that would be insane. I'm gonna change my cat into an octopus and put my octopus in the water.
Do you have an octopus?
No fucking way. No way.
And I'm just gonna say to Morrigan, in her new tentacly lovely form. Alright, there's some fuck off big fish down there. Try to blind it, try to distract it. Wrap yourself around its eyes, do anything you can to help the father get away and just
Oh, yikes.
send her down into the water.
Okay. So now we have Morrigan in octopus form helping Father Esquivel in regular form, and the shark at the bottom of the Tear Falls. Eric, it's your turn.
Stats up
Oh
here.
boy. Well, first I'm gonna point both my arms at the shark, and as a bonus action, hex that motherfucker.
Yes.
Giving it dexterity checks have a disadvantage if it happens to do a dexterity check.
Well, it may.
And then I will give it a psionic bolt
Okay.
from those same arms. Purple beams. Pow, pow.
Now 2 arms, double finger guns.
Yes, same damage, but both arms because I'm very excited.
Okay. Does it have a save or is it an attack roll?
It's an attack roll, so I can use the hex.
Okay.
Yes, it's an attack roll. 18.
Okay. That is definitely a hit.
Great. So D6 force plus a D6 necrotic. 6 and 3.
Okay. So
That's 6.
these
crazy.
these beams shoot into the water and sort of refract and gather again at the shark, and it seems like it got punched really hard in the gills, and it sort of becomes disoriented. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Father Esquivel, your turn.
I think when he casts spells, he normally, there's like, if it...
Has Father Esquivel even ever heard of a shark before? Like, would he know what a shark is?
Yeah, I think, sure. I mean, I don't know how historically accurate that is, but I think
It's a big fish. Yeah,
it's a big fish, you know.
probably seen it. Probably seen
He's
something
read
like
books.
that. Yeah. It's in the Bible, maybe.
I mean, we've seen giant wolves here, so this maybe is just a giant fish with big teeth.
When he normally casts
Kinda makes
spells,
sense.
he's like saying, you know, like, it sounds like liturgical Latin.
Yeah.
But I think in this,
It's like.
in this specific instance, I think that is making it into keeping the ceremony up is like the last thing on his mind, and he's I think probably just like, could you not? And he's going to cast Sanctuary on himself. with
Okay.
a bonus action.
Smart.
Smart.
And then use
Remind me what that does in just.
it wards a creature against
It
attack.
can't attack you.
So if it tries to attack a sanctuary warded creature, it has to make a wisdom save. If it fails, it has to attack somebody else, or if there's no one else that it can attack, the attack just disappears.
Got it.
Disappears. Yeah, and then regular action, going to try to grab the rope and like pull myself and like swim. So I don't know if that's. I mean, that's my regular action and
And a
movement.
Yeah.
So that is technically dash, but I don't know what my movement is like.
I think you can move at regular speed, which would take you up to the surface of the water, but not fully out. So you are about like 10 feet from shore, still, but at the top of the water.
Better situation than you
Much
were
better,
in.
yeah.
Much better situation.
Yeah.
For sure.
So you sort of burst out and cough up some water as Irina grabs her fishing pole and holds it out toward you. What did you roll on your fishing roll, by the way?
It was a 5.
Okay. All right.
What about the fisherman? Is he not doing diddly squat?
He's really excited
He's
about
crying.
the fish, about his legendary fish being, once again surfaced. No pun intended. So, Lady Lon, it's your turn.
So So now I'm just going to kind of like, I guess I'm going to yank the dart out and then use that as my action, like pull Father Esquivel onto the shore.
Okay.
As my action. And then as my bonus action, I will extend my range.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know why.
What?
No, this was better. A better track, more pulsing and pounding. So okay, do a strength check.
Okay. And I have advantage.
Okay.
Well, it's good. Well, that was a 1, so let's hope. And that was a 2. Wow. This may not have been very good. Hold on. Yeah, that's only a 5.
You pull hard, but somehow you manage to lodge it so deep into the shark that you're not able to pull the dart out now. And
You pull the shark
like-
towards Esquivel.
yeah. And it is the shark's turn. It turns and tries to bite you, but it's like nullified.
It makes a wisdom save against was 14.
Wait, so isn't Father Esquivel like
It
much
fails.
further toward the shore?
Further up. So
Oh, and the surface.
yes.
I see. Okay.
I used the rope to
Climb up. Okay.
Yeah.
They're attached to each other. Basically.
Yes. Okay, it failed the wisdom save, so
So unless there is something else in the vicinity
range.
that it can attack or wants to attack, then nothing. It doesn't attack.
No.
It is unable to attack.
okay, it tries to swim away again, but also fails its strength check. So it's still attached. Rowan, you're up, then Eric.
Right. So I'm first things first. I'm gonna have my familiar.
Yes, let's run through the protocols here.
Yes. Order of operations, highly important. Gonna have my octopus Morrigan ink in the shark's face.
Yep.
Which sounds gross, but is like a very real thing.
Yeah.
So a 5-foot radius cloud of ink extends all around the octopus. The area is fully obscured for 1 minute. Although a significant current can disperse the ink, after releasing the ink, the octopus can use the dash action as a bonus action.
What's the size of the area?
5-foot radius.
Okay, so you can still see the tail of the shark, which is helpful.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get so the shark can't see to.
Yeah, it's now very
fight with
confused.
Father Esquivel,
It did not know that there were octopuses here in this area.
Normally, I
Octopi?
feel like there
Is it
are-
octopi for what?
Sorry,
Both are
it's
acceptable.
confused that
Yeah.
there are octopuses in there?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's very
I
confused.
just wanted to check that it's confused.
Yeah, 'cause it's like I read about
that
these
doesn't
things.
belong here. That's weird.
Both are correct. by the way.
Okay. Oh, okay. Great. Like cactuses. Or platypuses. Okay. And then for your turn,
I think.
And then
fuck,
Eric
do
is
I
up next.
have any like spell thing that would be better at this than I am? I don't think I do. So yeah, I'm just gonna like try to help pull Father Esquivel from the water.
okay, do a strength
I
check.
think I'm really bad at these, but
Oh, come on.
it's what I would try to do. 12.
You manage to tug the dart out of the shark's body, and you're pulling Father Esquivel along toward the shore, and you get him
I
there.
was gonna do something crazy
nice.
with that shark.
He is
Dart in the shark's
he is
body.
back ashore.
Oh, sorry.
Eric, you can choose to just call it a day here.
No. I'm gonna do another psionic bolt at it
Okay,
because here I am.
and it's a wisdom save, you said?
No save for this. This is an attack roll.
Ah, oh, right.
+6. Oh, it's only a 10.
That is not a hit, I'm afraid.
And now I'm going to use Chronopathy Adept to, as a bonus action,
Exhaust all of our spells.
do the same thing again.
Okay.
15.
That's a hit.
All right. 5 force damage and 6 necrotic.
Ooh.
That's 11 all day, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Your shark steaks are delicious.
The shark is now frenzied by its own blood being in the water. This viscous mixture of blood and ink around it. It's black and white and red.
I was
all
going
over.
to try to telekinetically take the dart that's inside of it and shoot it through its body.
Oh,
That
damn.
would be cool.
Father Esquivel.
I'm on shore.
Yes, you're on shore.
Right?
He says, "Don't." The Abram says, "Don't let it get away. Get that fish."
You're going to need to pull back the little boy. You want to stop?
Pull that motherfucker on shore.
Yeah. Ian. Look
Grab it.
at the fishing guy. What did you say his name was?
Abram.
Abram. Yeah, I'm gonna cast drop the concentration on
Sanctuary.
and then cast spiritual weapon as
Ooh.
that is a bonus action.
Yes.
And
According to
it
BG3.
attacks. Yeah, I put it next to the shark. I'm just checking to make sure that I have the range for that. I don't remember. 60 feet.
Okay. That is within range. What kind of weapon is it?
I think.
Spear.
Harpoon.
Trident.
Trident.
Yeah, I think for. Oh, you know what it would be? It's like one of those. It's like a whaling spear that has like a serrated edge on the back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of those. And then attack, and it is. I can do it on the same turn that I.
Yeah, because it was a bonus weapon or a bonus action.
Yeah. Or no, it's only a bonus action to have it attack. Yeah, melee. Okay. Yep. I figured. Yeah. So melee spell attack. It's a 9 total.
That's a miss, I'm afraid. So the whaling spear just launches past the shark. You slightly.
And I'm going to try to manifest again to give him another chance at that.
Ooh.
The spiritual weapon.
This should be chronopathy expert over here.
I do. Yes, I do manifest it, but I take on
A strain.
More strain. 2 strain.
Yeah.
Okay, this better be worth it.
I don't think it's any threat anymore.
It's okay.
But
I just have a big headache and I can't dodge or disengage or dash.
19.
Okay, that's a hit.
1d8. For 8 damage total.
Can't ask me to
force
not be
damage.
intense.
Okay. Okay. You shove the harpoon, using your spiritual connection with it, into the shark, and the serrated edge slits its belly open. Roll a perception check as it starts to float to the bottom of the waterfall.
Oh, come on.
I guess everybody can.
Perception. Why not?
Oh wait, damn it! I rolled the wrong dice for my 19.
Oh my god, also 19.
Okay. You
I rolled
notice.
so many crits.
I rolled the wrong thing, which is really annoying, but whatever, it's fine. Too late now.
I rolled like 5.
You notice out of its belly come a small shiny object. And so does Irina, who on her turn dives in after it and comes up with this thing. It's a ring.
Ooh.
Lady Lan is, by the way, she has seen a shark before, and she would like that fin.
A refund.
No, she wants
to eat the fin.
She wants to eat the fin. So she is actually going to throw her dart again to reel the shark in.
Okay. Roll a dexterity.
Yeah.
Or roll an attack.
Ooh, that was not good.
By
It is dead. It is an 8, but it is dead.
Well, I guess since it is... no, because if you're doing a ranged attack and it's incapacitated...
It would be disadvantage?
I guess it would be disadvantage. It's not prone, it's incapacitated. So yes, it has disadvantage on...
So roll again?
Yeah, so roll again.
You get 2 rolls.
But, I mean,
And you can use the higher.
well, that's a 1, so...
Oh, shit.
Okay. You watch the shark float to the bottom, and the fisherman is like, "Oh my god! You lost it! I can't believe it!" The other stuff that you could have rolled if you didn't get a 12 was like a bell, an hourglass, a jug.
What
Anyway.
in 12 specifically says
And 12 is-
a giant malicious fish?
Ahab's fish, parentheses, hunter shark. Succeed strength DC 18 or go underwater with the fish.
Man.
So, yeah, you in Irina's hands are a handful of gold coins, totaling.
Wait, the ring and coins?
So a ring and 113 gold coins.
Should we just split that up?
You do with it what you like. And she says, this looks to be intriguing.
It's beautiful.
Are you all right?
Yeah, you okay?
That's a fine.
That's a big
response
fish.
as well.
Oh, when I get back to Vallaki, I'm going to tell everybody you caught this fish. Well, almost caught it anyway, but I feel like you should get the credit. Why not? He'll be fine. Just give him a little ale or something. I've got some here in my jug. He sort of tips your head. Opens your
I
mouth.
let it happen.
And starts to pour in a caustic alcoholic liquid.
I catch.
There, all better.
Whatever falls out of his mouth.
Very good, right? All better. That's pretty good. Tasty.
You seem like a friendly enough person. Right, Abram?
Oh, what?
You wouldn't
Say
mind
so?
if I share something that may make me look a little bad? I'm just fucking tired of keeping this up.
Yeah, of course. We're all friends here, right?
I'm not
Everyone.
a priest. I look at everybody. I'm not a priest.
Never said you were, pal.
Oh!
Well, we can talk about it later, but I'm so tired of fucking doing this.
Hey, I'm no choir boy either. I had a wild hair back in my day.
I'm so tired.
We're all just quiet. We just let Abram talk to him.
Wow, someday, huh?
Fucking
Thanks for getting this cool ring.
Yeah.
God must hate me, right?
You are alive.
Really? But the
Yeah, which is proof. I mean, look at his life.
I'm not going to object to that, actually.
Why don't we get on the road and in Vallaki someone can look at this ring for us and maybe it's good. Maybe you're lucky if priests or not.
So, when we get to Vallaki, do you want to be a priest to them? It was helpful sometimes.
Let's not ask him.
Okay, sorry.
We need to
wait and see what happens.
dig into this.
Are there sharks in Vallaki?
Oh, not ones like that. Maybe if you play a little cards. I can see you folks have a lot to work out, so I'll pack up my things and.
Do you not swim? I mean,
Oh wait, we should bring the shark over.
Oh yeah.
Feel free to get the shark.
Wow.
I
What a prize.
Really never thought that would come in handy. Really ever.
Our largest
Lady Lon is like.
beast.
Lady Lon doesn't really quite like.
You guys did a number on that thing. It didn't do any damage to anybody.
Yeah.
Well,
No, it
that's
did
not true.
it did 6 damage.
Yeah. You rolled.
Very poorly.
You rolled.
My damage rolls were fucking crazy.
Yeah, also true.
Lady Lon is sort of just kind of like to Father Esquivel's news because
Son
she doesn't
Esquivel.
really like priests in this part of the world don't. She doesn't hold She just kind of it doesn't really make
None of us
it
had
doesn't have much
respect for priests
significance
anyway.
to her.
Actually, this.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
She's just and
Can
also
really let
she's.
loose now.
I don't think she really expected anyone to not have secrets.
Well, you continue down
What's that say about
the winding road, walking through the forest. Really is a very
Wait, the
interesting
octopus
event.
is still on the board. BT dubs.
That's true.
As a mom.
Octopus trying to is just waiting in the water
Anyone gonna come get me? Yeah.
I assume
Make
it
it very
disapparates
far.
at some point.
Yeah. Well, the familiar stays with me unless I recast the spell.
It
I
just
dismiss it or I take a
floats.
long rest.
next to us.
Yeah, that's right. So
It's on my arm, and I just pour water over it every half hour.
you're continuing
You're an
on
amazing creature.
down this winding road. Climbs a little bit as you walk north, and then bends west to avoid a peak out to the right. And you see this array of sharp rocks on the craggy cliff that juts out over the roadway. And it's not long before the road bends north again. And you see a second hill arising from the fog on your left. And these twisted trees jut out from the rocks on the steep slopes. And the branches reach over the road like fingers. And as you travel between the hills here, the road narrows and the cliffs grow taller. It's about 2 hours from dark, so if I describe something that seems like a good place to camp, let me know, but you'll have... If you want to make it to Vallaki before too late the next day, you'll probably want to push into twilight time. So the hills fall away again, and the road continues forth into a small fog-choked basin. And even here, in the mountains, the forest and the fog are inescapable. And here you come to that crossroads which you saw from the watchtower, the road splits into two. Toward the east, it widens, and you can see patches of cobblestone, which suggests that it was once, at least, an important thoroughfare. And it leads up, in fact, to that imposing castle. At this point, at least half a day's walk away from you, Ravenloft. But traveling on, in about another half hour, you reach these massive gates, 80 feet tall, mossy, dewy stone, on the other side of which, once you cross through the gates, which hearken to you as you pass through them silently, the entry into Barovia, now 6 nights ago, backed into that door by wolves and almost chased through this one by them as well. You look back over your shoulder at these enormous statues of soldiers or knights. These both have their heads intact, unlike that first one whose head was fallen there. Father Esquivel, you haven't seen the outside of these gates, so for you, it is really impressive. It might be the largest carving that you've ever seen. From here, the road continues forward, and as it starts to get into the twilight hours, it passes between a patch of dark woods. And the air here is very quiet. The trees are standing now perfectly still in this unnerving silence. And not far from the road, in an underbrush, you see this mossy stone slab, just about 6 feet in height. And it rests in an old, cracked stone circle. And it looks like there's some kind of carving on it. If you walk past, it opens up into a path that emerges once more from the woods. Do you have a look at the carving? Or are you moving on?
I feel like we press on, maybe.
Can't hurt to just look at the carving.
So look at the carving.
I'm gonna do that.
Irina's like,
Really a
Yes.
side quest, Dave.
there you go. Have
Find
a
a
look.
shark!
Yes, look, he's
The shark
feeling
jumps
better.
out of the stone.
Yes, he's feeling well now. He wants to look at the carving. Let's let him.
Well, we don't have to.
No. Let's
Let's go.
look.
No. Let's go.
Monto is snoring in the sleeve.
You see a crude raven over an engraved 3-pointed star. And the grooves are all lined with lichens and moss.
Is Blue still with us?
Yes.
Is Blue reacting to this in any way?
Blue seems to take note of it. Blue is paying attention.
Is this something to you, Blue?
Blue says, "Stone."
It's a smart bird. You said it was a carving of a raven and a how many pointed star?
3.
That's a triangle.
Well, it's like
That's what I was thinking
It's
too.
it's like a
if they,
chevron
like-
almost.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
they like come in.
Okay.
The sides of the triangle are cut in half, and those points are moved towards the middle, so they have little.
Like a little chevron.
Okay.
So before long, the road again bends north, and it transitions from being this winding path through the mountains to more of a lazy, winding trail that is hugging the mountainside into this fog-filled valley, and far ahead, the distant edge of the valley, more than a day's walk, you can see a pretty large walled town that, for those of you who come from that direction, wouldn't be out of place in an eastern province of Germany.
And that's to the north?
Yeah, along the Old Svalich Road. And you can see beyond that as well, a little closer than that, you see the shores of a big lake pooled at the bottom of some mountains. Very dark and still waters, and a branch in the road from where you stand leads up to a small hill, atop which is perched an unkempt, dilapidated stone windmill.
Is it the same windmill as the... It's not the windmill of the crones.
Well, how would you know?
But we've heard about a windmill with the pilot.
Towards the west, I thought.
Yeah.
Which is the direction we're going.
The wooden vanes of the windmill are mostly stripped bare, though it's turning slowly. And it's got this onion-domed shape. It's leaning forward and to one side. And we can have a look at it. And as though you're kind of trying to turn away, as though it's trying to turn away from the sky, it's sort of leaning down toward the ground, and you can see these gray brick walls and very grimy, dirty windows on the upper floors and a wooden platform around the windmill. And you hear from behind you "Oh, hello, I didn't think I'd run into you here."
Is it her? I turn.
It says, "Hi, little boy.
Oh, my friend!
It's me, Morgantha.
Hello.
I'm back from my day of selling pies."
Wow, you travel fast.
"Oh, the old lady's got her secrets.
I bet.
It's getting pretty late, huh?"
Yeah, I mean, we need a place to stay, don't we?
"Oh, well, I hate to be impolite, but my place is not hospitable now, but you're welcome to stay."
No, we would
Sorry, I
impose.
never learned manners. I don't know.
We should press on.
It's been a very long day. The weary travelers outside of Vallaki, well, they needed pies, and I gave away as many as I sold. I'm part happy and part sad to say. And Irina to this says, "It was a noble thing. They're no doubt refugees from Barovia." And she says, "Well, the good people of Barovia deserve food just like anyone else, and if those people in Vallaki don't let them in, I suppose someone has to treat them to a nice pie. Those poor hungry deers. Camped outside the gates. But, as I said, I can't have you this evening, but I'd love to give you a pastry if you like. Made from love and dreaming."
Well,
Stay for a pastry, or I am tired though. What? So someone.
Here.
I mean, if we're not gonna have a pastry, we gotta sleep. Please, something.
She hands you a couple and says, "Take these two. They're best after a warm meal. You can split these two among the three of you. Maybe a nice bit of wine to wash them down if you have it."
Ooh.
I don't, unfortunately, but, well.
I mean, I'm gonna pocket those pies.
do it.
Pastries.
Do it.
Pastries.
It's the pies.
Oh.
The pies are the pastries.
Ah.
Well,
just
after
look at
all
each
that
other and we're
walking,
like-
My poor feet need a hot soak, so I'll take them up there and maybe see you next time.
Thank you, Morgantha.
You're so welcome.
That's
what a
the
sweet
only
boy.
manners I learned.
What a very sweet boy.
Hmm.
So sweet. I think. I assume you must be very sweet.
Thank you.
You must enjoy him so much.
Absolutely.
He is fine.
I need an adult. Come on.
Obviously, an adult needs to be added to this very strange dynamic between you and the city. None of us are at all equipped to advocate for a child. Oh, this is... Look at this. Fucking weird.
I really wish someone would do something.
Oh my god, I'm someone.
He's gonna keep eating those pies, isn't he? Damn.
Again, you look so familiar. This
One of those faces.
Tooth like
Tooth. I was about to say that. Tooth falls out.
Oh, watch those teeth. Maybe too many pies, huh?
No such thing.
Well, listen. A word to the wise. If you have any silver things, they're confiscating them in Vallaki if they're visible. So, didn't hear it from me.
Do you know why it is they're doing that? Bless you.
Bless you.
They say it's some sort of traveler's tax, but I haven't gone in the gates yet. I've been too busy feeding all the travelers outside of them. She smiles a half-toothed grin.
But they're taking
Twinsies!
But they're taking silver, but no the gold.
Well, not too many people have gold things around here. Silver is a more typical commodity. Maybe they are. I just heard people complaining about their silver being taken. They've snatched a few things, what little they could, as they fled from Barovia, and here they come to Vallaki, and they seize it. It's hardly fair. We used to be a country. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed.
Good to see you, Morgantha. Thanks for the 2 pastries.
Oh, enjoy.
Consider changing your business model for your own sake.
I've got everything I need. Look at my fine windmill.
You're too kind. It is beautiful.
Well, it gets the job done. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
And she pushes her cart up the road.
I say loudly as we depart, boy, you're gonna really enjoy those pies, aren't you? Ha! And then as soon as she's out of earshot, I'm like, give me those fucking pies right now.
Oh, God.
And then I go to cast Detect Poison and Disease.
Oh,
as a ritual.
shit! You spend some time just holding the pies.
You just give me those.
Eyes rolling back in my head.
Just staring at you.
You do not detect any poison or disease.
Ritual cast Detect Magic.
The pie...
We spent 20 minutes.
Yeah, just looking at...
Yeah, so once again, you're like, no, that wasn't it. Sort of gather yourself and hold the pies. They seem to have some sort of magical essence to them.
I believe Detect Magic does allow me also to glean
What school?
The type of magic?
School of magic that the...
Yeah, it is... let me double check. Double checking.
Magic of flavor.
Love and dreams. Enchantment.
Comes from Flavor Town.
So just so you know, these are they have inherent magic in them, and I'm
sense.
pretty
They're
sure
delicious.
you're. No, I don't think it's a good thing. I think you're enchanted in some way. Either to love the pies or. I mean, I would.
What do you want me to do? I love the pies.
I believe you that you love the pies,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's a good idea. Well, I mean, you're already enchanted. What can it hurt? So, just so you know, this might be. If you stopped eating the pies, it's possible that the enchantment would fade. But if you want to eat the pies, just know that that's
The enchantment that what?
I realize I'm
just-
presenting kind of a moral choice about self-control
Yes,
to a 12-year-old.
to a
So I don't
12-year-old
think
that
this is really
seems to
gonna-
be
You
in.
see what I'm trying to do, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna get him to no eat the pie.
Lady Lon just like spears the two pies with her claws and just flings them
I was
away,
waiting for someone to stomp on the pies.
and then just like continues walking.
Yeah, that's good.
We have
That-
stared at
and-
these pies for 30 minutes.
The intimidation of Lady Lon is enough to make Eric grumble along but not complain.
Well, it is sort of darkening as you continue your
Thank you.
march. You tug your cloaks a little closer, and Monto seems to be shivering kind of in the sleeve. The road continues to hug the mountainside and sort of meanders north through the valley. The woods are clinging to the opposite side of the road, and these tall trees are creeping as close as they dare to you. And you can hear the occasional wind rustling through the leaves, picking up as it gets darker and darker. And from time to time, it almost sounds like these trees are whispering among themselves, or that their ancient roots are stirring in this old rotten mulch that they sit in. As the road continues, once again the forest swallows it up, and both sides are beset by this dense thicket. The trees are now far above your heads, blocking out all but the brightest orange sunset hues, and you can smell the dampness in the air. It's heavy with moss and rotting leaves, and in the distance you hear a gurgling raven's croak, and then the sound of fluttering wings. And before long, it becomes clear that your presence here has not gone unnoticed. There's one raven following you, and Blue sort of looks up at that one, and then more begin to take an interest and join overhead. And unless you do something before long, their numbers swell, and just hundreds of ravens are above you, flying, keeping pace, not swooping down, but clearly watching you. And Blue takes wing and joins that flock, watching you as well. And then the trees break to the north. You see this grassy field and these tall grasses that are sort of swaying in the very chilly air by now. The ravens largely disperse and find a home in the trees, and then this field in front of you stretches until it reaches the shores of this dark lake, about 15 minutes walk ahead. And Irina says, I think maybe that will be a good place. And anyway, I must ask that we go there, to the lake. Are we in agreement?
Why?
The lake.
Why
If
is
it
it you
means
want?
rest.
The lake.
Why is it you want to go to the lake?
It seems familiar. Strangely familiar.
You don't mind if I hang back?
We're not going to be fishing.
And just now that I know that sharks can be in just
Waterfalls.
ponds, I'm gonna be more careful.
That wasn't a pond.
Well, the sharks are largely confined to the water. Here, the wolves can come from any direction.
She's got a point.
At least with the lake, you can... it's confined.
Maybe we can shove a wolf in the lake and then the sharks can get them.
See, this is a good idea.
Could win us allies amongst the sharks.
And the sharks will become our friends.
Sharks and wolves against each other.
We'll defeat Strahd with an army of sharks.
And we have to get him to water. That's the only thing. Okay, may we?
Yeah, they famously love moving water, right?
But the waters here stop when Strahd approaches.
Oh, so yeah, he'll be fine.
May we?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And she starts walking before you
Oh,
even say
okay.
anything.
Yeah.
And at the foot of this mountain, in this misty forest, she stands and stares out at the lake for some time. The water is perfectly still, black, but for the reflection of the
Oh, okay.
overhead clouds, like this horrific mirror, reminding you that all around you're confined to this land. And she says, "This is the lake from my dreams. This is it, but I've never been here before. At least, not that I can remember."
I don't imagine these dreams were good dreams.
It's the one I
From the
discussed
from the storytelling contest.
at the fire.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay, let's make the fish.
Yeah.
And she begins to go through the motions of setting up camp. And before long, you have out your tents and bedrolls. And we will pick up from there next time.
Everyone stay tuned for the talkback show afterwards. We're going to talk about the episode.
Big reveal, the shark.
Yeah.
The shark's gonna come on as a guest.
It's called Rappin' Ravenloft.
Bitch
Wasn't
and
she
Bout
attacked by a
Barovia.
wolf at the lake in her dream? In her dream?
Yes, in her dream.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
keep
All
away
right.
from the wolves.
Curse of Talk? No.
Yeah, what would it be called?
Vampire Diaries? Is that
Oh,
something?
yeah, that's
yeah,
not bad.
probably.
I think it's taken.
You could call it Dampier Diaries.
Dampier
Change the-
Diaries.
Oh.
Yes. Or Zero.
How about Nosferatu, but TOO?
That's the sequel to Nosferatu. Well, anyhow, thanks everybody for watching, those who have, and farewell. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And I now push to begin ending.